Jaguar sales event going on now at Continental Motor Cars, NASA Boulevard, Melbourne.
Empowerment with Dr. Josefina Monasterio.
Welcome back to Empowerment with Dr. Josefina, and I'm Laura Guttridge. Now we'd like to take a few moments to thank some of our sponsors. First off, we'd like to thank Valerie and Susan from Salon V for providing us with our lovely hairstyles.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, ladies. They are located on Easter Lily. And then, of course, Jasmine's Boutique for providing Josefina with some of her wonderful outfits that you'll see her wearing on the show. And they are located on Ocean Drive.
Exactly, across the street from Bobby's.
That's right. Personal joke we had going on before the
just before
tapes were rolling.
Yes.
But also, if you're interested in any of the upcoming seminars Josefina offers, you'll have to get in touch with her at 778-8877. That's right.
Okay, baby.
That's a confusing one with too many 8s and 7s in there. Today's lesson, fostering excellence in children.
Yes.
Yes, because it's only a matter of time before we start talking about the children. So.
Well, I get some people requesting me, why don't you talk more about children? So it's, what am I saying now? Fulfilling your request.
She's good at that, fulfilling your request.
So let's talk about children.
High self-esteem and confidence, and that it's so important to instill those characteristics in children, because confidence will really take a person a long way in life.
Exactly.
And if you don't instill confidence when they're young, they're not going to be confident when they're adults.
Exactly. And the most important ingredient for that is for the parents. See, you can't just have children and you don't prepare yourself, because it's going to be a challenge until probably for the rest of your life. People used to tell me that, and I didn't believe it, but it really is for the rest of your life. So your obligation, your duty as a parent, if you want to raise happy and healthy children, is for you to continue your personal work, your personal development. Because what's going to happen, the children are going to emulate you, they're going to copy you, they're going to watch you, they're going to observe you, and they're going to learn the things from you. So it's so important that if the parent is insecure and fearful, what do you think the kid is going to be? The children are going to be. They're going to be insecure, and they're going to be fearful. So it's important for you, and I think one of the things with parenting is to be honest, to tell the child, I'm always growing, I'm always becoming, I'm always changing, I'm going to make mistake, but I can recognize my mistake, and there is always room for improvement. I think that's the most important thing, that the child understands that the parent is also a human being, and the parent's going to make mistake. Right. But for you to recognize that, for you to accept that, and that builds an awesome, fabulous relationship between parents and children.
Yeah, and when the child realizes that, we're all in this together as a family, and in the lesson you talk about to value their opinions and encourage them to contribute their thoughts and feelings to the life of the family. And that is so important, because their opinions do matter.
Absolutely. Well, and one of the ways that you can help the child to develop their own opinion and to trust themselves and to have that self-confidence and self-esteem is by what Laura was saying, allow them to express their thoughts and their feelings. And one way is, helping them when you go shopping and they're going to buy their shoes. Tell them, well, it's your shoes. You choose the shoes you want. Because that way the child learns how to trust themselves. Because you don't want to have a child that is 50 years old asking you, Mom, can I buy those shoes? Dad, can I buy that car? You know what I mean?
Because there's nothing worse than an adult man that's a mama's boy.
Well, we don't want to get anybody mad.
So forget I said that. But you also talk about the importance of disciplining children only when they when they are rebellious.
Exactly.
Not when they make mistakes.
Exactly.
Because like you said, we all make mistakes.
Well, it's a big difference between when you are supposed to discipline a child. There is a big difference between the child being rebellious and disobeying, or the child making a mistake or having an accident. And sometimes the parents will belittle, will attack the child because the child spilled the milk. Well, that's a mistake. Where you show the child how to do it right.
Absolutely.
So you have to differentiate, to distinguish between a mistake, an accident, and disobeying the rules. That's the thing. Because, you know, people are going to make mistakes. Children are going to make mistakes, a lot of mistakes, a lot of accidents. And you, as a human being, you also will make mistakes. So it's awesome when we can communicate and we say, you know, that's a mistake, that's an accident, let's fix it, let's show the child how to do it right. The key ingredient, and I think that applies to everybody, show people how to do it right. Tell the child how to do it right. That's a big difference.
Absolutely. And you know, I'd like to add a little thing myself. I think it's so important to teach compassion in children. If you have a child that's tormenting the family dog or cat, chances are that child is also tormenting some poor little kid at the playground.
Exactly. And chances are that that child was tormented by somebody.
Right. It's like a vicious circle.
Exactly. So why the child behave that way?
Right.
So he or she has to learn that behavior at home.
Absolutely.
Somebody is doing it to that child.
Because when we teach kindness and respect to children, that's to respect animals. That spills over to respect and compassion for human beings.
Absolutely.
As well. And so they won't grow up to be vicious
And nasty.
Beat their wives. And
well, and you have a great point, because what you're teaching the human being, which is this little person right now, is reverence towards the universe, reverence towards life, reverence towards their parent. And what you're doing, you're raising a person who will be fully complete human being.
Right.
You know, because those are qualities of character, kindness, compassion, love. You only learn that at home. You don't learn that in books.
Right, absolutely. Because, you know, I wouldn't want some doctor working on me that when he was a child let the goldfish starve in the tank. I mean, you know, I would like, you know, compassion clean across the board.
Absolutely,
you know.
absolutely.
But, you know, another thing in the lesson, he said, do not label children like a liar or a thief.
Name calling, stupid, dumbbell, horrible.
They take that with them for the rest of their lives.
Forever. Forever, because who's calling the child those names? The people who the child look up to, the people who he or she respect, the people that he believe on that person.
Sure, they think it must be true.
And if your mom and your dad are calling you names, and then what happens is once you label me, you negate me. You are negating the essence, the bigness of that person. And then of course you're not going to have a fully functioning human being, because that person is going to think, I'm a liar, I'm a thief, I'm stupid, I'm good for nothing, I'm never going to amount to anything, well, that's the way I was born, you know, which is not true.
Right.
Because nobody can tell you about your potential.
Absolutely. But you know, I was wondering your opinion about something with regards to that. What about labeling a child positively? Like, oh, she's the pretty one, or she's the smart one. What do you think about that?
As long as you're not lying, you know, you can compliment and encourage your children. You can recognize you. I always tell my clients, try to find the child doing the right things and encourage them and build them up. Instead, I mean, you know, I think children know. I mean, they're so smart.
Right.
You know, because they follow their intuition. They haven't prostituted themselves yet. You know, that they can feel, they can sense. So the child knows the mom is saying you're pretty and you know, and you're not, and you don't mean it. You don't mean it. You know? So you gotta be honest.
Right.
You got to be honest. You have to tell the truth, because otherwise your children will learn not to be honest, and you know, all the negative things.
Okay.
So be genuine.
Okay.
Be
so
honest.
then it's okay to label them positively as long as it's genuine.
Encouragement. You can use it as encouragement, you know, to build their self-esteem, but you have to do it from your heart.
Right.
No, because I know she's stupid, and I'm going to tell she's smart.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's going to come across. I'm coming
Eventually she'll
across.
find out that it's not true.
Coming across, Jose saying, you got to get out of
Oh,
here.
I wanted to talk about one more little thing. What about the dreaded 13? How do we handle that?
I don't know. I mean, well, the thing is that when they turn 13, they're not gonna like you. But don't take it personal, okay? It's just a stage in their personal development. We're gonna take a break and we'll be right back. Bye, baby. Mwah!
Bye, sweetie.
Empowerment with Dr. Josefina Monasterio.